Hi everybody and ni hao from Shanghai. Today is July 20 and this podcast contains information obtained until today. I want to talk about the current travel situation within China and about the health QR code used here. How is the situation actually within China at the moment? So we rather spontaneously decided to do a small trip with the family to Sichuan province from Shanghai with 2 adults and 2 kids. Sichuan is in the west of China, about 2.5 flight hours away from Shanghai, about 1,700 kilometers. If you like this video, please press the subscribe and like button below. In the description below, you can also find a link to my LinkedIn channel. So we were actually expecting some significant complications during the trip, but I have to say overall our experience was really quite smooth. Of course, at the airports, during the flights, on the plane, as well as during train travel, we had to wear face masks throughout the whole trip, except when we were eating or drinking. All Chinese travelers are generally very compliant in this regard, and everybody understands the importance of wearing masks in such places. So when we departed from Hongqiao Airport, we actually did not notice any specific differences compared to pre-COVID-19. The whole check-in process was fairly smooth. Now, one point I would like to specifically address, because it's also not so common yet in other countries, and that is the health QR code. We had to show this code during the check-in process, both in Shanghai and in Chengdu, but also upon arrival back in Shanghai. Before our trip, I had already registered in the new nationwide health QR code system established by the central government. This is a special system also for foreigners called the Pandemic Prevention Health Information Code. The idea is to be able to use this code nationwide and thus be able to get rid of the various local QR code systems established locally. Because they can be actually quite a nuisance when you are traveling within China. Now, your new nationwide code can be accessed through WeChat via a mini program, which is called Guojia Zhengwu Fuwu Pingtai, but only if you are inside China. I will post the Chinese characters below in the description for easier copying. Once you have searched for and found this mini program in WeChat, you will see the Health Code Traveler version button in English. And you have to click on that, and then you get to the special site. You can then also choose the English language. After a simple account registration, you can then obtain your own nationwide health QR code. It was also easy to bind 2 further children's passports to my account and get their health code as well. We had to show our green health QR code several times during our trip, in certain locations like in a water park, in the panda research base in Chengdu. But there were also some local exceptions where the local authorities even still insisted to register for a local health code. Checking into the hotels in July was quite smooth, both in Chengdu and Leshan, a little bit more complicated in Emeishan, where we had again to do some additional registrations, and they were very carefully to check for all foreigners when they had last entered China. What was also interesting to get a general feeling for the tourist situation in China at the moment, our tour guide in Chengdu, who we had for one day, he told us that we were his first English-speaking group since the whole lockdown in January. So to sum up, with a little preparation, you can have a great vacation inside China. Of course, this means that you are already here, because as you know, currently China is still severely restricting the traveling back into China if you're overseas. So that's all for today. I hope you had fun with this report, and as usual, 再见 from Shanghai. If you like this video, please press the subscribe and like button below. In the description below, you can also find a link to my LinkedIn channel.